Happy New Year, viewers. This is your boy, Political Hamzy. If you do like this content, please click the like button, the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. Today's topic will be nice and sweet, short and simple. We'll be talking about insecurity in Nigeria and corruption. As most of you know who follow Nigerian politics, just last month, December, we had killings in Plateau State. And the problem with this is that we've been having these killings in the middle belt area of Nigeria so frequently. It's not something that happens once a month or once every 3 months. It's almost every other week. And you ask yourself, if this happens every other week or once every month, why haven't the security forces gotten a grip on this? Why don't you set up a rapid response force? Because these killings, they even happen within the same community frequently. And it's so sad that we saw the governors, they went and took themselves to Lagos to pledge their allegiance to our president Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why couldn't they have just gone to Plateau State to show sympathy, to talk to the security services and figure a way how to get a grip on this? But sometimes you don't blame the security forces, because the security forces, you remember, they receive orders from above. And anything concerning Nigeria, you have to always ask yourself who is going to gain financially and who is going to gain politically. Because when you look at these areas that these killings take place within the middle belt of Nigeria, they're very rich in mineral deposits. And we know there's illegal mining. And for you to mine, sometimes you need trucks and things to carry them out of the state. But none of these are intercepted. So for the security forces not to intercept these vehicles, that means people higher up are involved in this. And also the security forces, we have to look at their plight also. They're given a budget, but within that budget, are they provided with hardware, welfare, and proper training? We all know, or some of you don't realize, that the recruitment into the Nigerian army is about 5,000 soldiers every year, which is not enough considering those that are retiring, that have had enough with the force and decided to leave, and those we've lost due to casualty of war. So we need to work on this recruitment process. And as going back to welfare, you need to ask yourself, when last were their salaries increased? How frequently are they paid? And those that are casualties of war, what is being done to provide aftercare for them and the families of deceased soldiers? So, when the welfare is not taken care of, it kills the morale of those that are going out to fight on our behalf. And this is a problem with Nigeria, is that the politicians do not feel our plight. As long as they're not affected financially, they don't feel our plight. Because enough is enough. Why do these killings have to keep going on? And we talk about we do not have enough security personnel on ground. We do, but the problem is that most security personnel are attached to VIPs, like celebrities, businessmen. And you remember during Buhari's time, the IG said, look, all security personnel attached to the VIPs and all these celebrities, they should be recalled back. But it did not happen. And the same thing happened under Tinubu's administration. They said, look, IG says all security personnel attached to VIPs should be recalled. But you watch social media functions and you see DSS officials, you see well kitted out police officers, people that should be protecting ordinary citizens. But they're not protecting the ordinary citizens, they're protecting the elite. And this is a problem with Nigeria. Do we not have the capacity to defeat Boko Haram and these bandits and these herdsmen? We have the capacity, but the problem is the political will. Because somebody somewhere is gaining financially from this. Until they stop gaining financially from these killings, nothing is going to happen. And Corruption is behind all this. Like we've just seen the humanitarian minister, they're trying to carry out an investigation saying 508 million naira was being paid into personal accounts. Yes, what she did is wrong, but is she the only one doing it? I can bet you she's not the only minister doing it. This happens in Nigeria. Monies is being diverted. We thank the president for trying to fight corruption. But I look at it, are we trying to fight corruption, or are they just picking on her because the money wasn't shared amongst the upper echelon? Because if we're fighting for corruption, look at the new budget the president just released. 30 billion naira for the renovation of the National Assembly. National Assembly again. These people are milking us. President Tinubu is saying, look, we want to get a grip on corruption. But I ask myself, do they really want to get a grip on corruption? We saw the rot, I keep talking about this, the rot in NDDC under our Senate President Akpabio and Matwale, Minister of State for Defense. They were going to face an EFCC probe. Did the president allow the investigation take its due course? No. What did the president did? They interfered with an ongoing investigation by arresting the chairman of the EFCC and stripping him of all his basic human rights. Just that, so that the president's men will not be prosecuted. So, Mr. President, you are not really fighting corruption. You're just fighting corruption based on those that are not on your team. The same Nigeria saying they're fighting corruption, are they not the ones saying, look, we're going to be taking a better look at degrees from Benin Republic, because they say some of these degrees are fake? And I laugh. I'm like, that's very rich coming from the Nigerian government, whereby our own president, his degrees from Chicago and his school certificate from his secondary school are still under dispute. We are not even sure if he went to the secondary school. You know, Nigeria is very funny. They tell you they're fighting corruption, but it's just for us. It's just optics to confuse us, the people. And I keep telling people, it's not just for you to go out and vote. You have to be engaged in politics. It's not, we shouldn't be waiting every 4 years we go and vote. You should be engaged. And being engaged in politics means you registering with a political party. Not only registering, you going to meetings and you getting involved. Till then, we're not going to see the change we desire. And coming back to these killings, enough is enough. Mr. President, how many people have to be killed? How many Nigerians need to die before you tell the security forces to take proper, appropriate action? We have the men, we have the means, but this problem with corruption is not allowing us get the job done. People, this is your boy Political Hamzy. I always tell you, do not expect these people to make the change. You have to make the change. And that change, as I said previously, it's you getting actively involved in politics. Till then, nothing is going to change or happen. You have a nice week till we meet again. Thank you.